Thank you for joining me. I sort of want to say for crying out loud, because that's the question of the week. When do New Yorkers cry and where? They're weighing in on your point. Is crying a sign of weakness?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, to be honest. I think you can cry just to let your emotions out.
Actually, yes, it is.
It's a sign of a temperament.
Everybody cries.
I don't know why. It just seems natural to cry.
People cry for lots of different reasons.
It can be emotion, it can be nerves, it can be anything. It's a release, not necessarily weakness.
Is it okay to cry at work?
I would advise probably not crying at work unless you're in the safety of like one specific coworker.
I think you lose a little bit of professionalism when you cry. You know?
Lose respect, yeah. 30 years in newsrooms is where I grew up, so.
You know what? Me too.
I know.
I could cry a lot.
So it's not always a good idea.
I would say if you're going through something hard, yeah. People are entitled to have emotions.
Is it okay to cry at work?
Yeah,
Why?
because work is stressful.
Because, well, Jesus wept.
I try not to cry at work because it makes other people uncomfortable. They think that it's a sign of weakness, but if you can find like a private time, it's better than doing it at work.
When you're in a workplace environment, I think everyone should be serious.
So you shouldn't cry. You can cry on the inside, but not on the outside?
Wait. That might be like twisting
with friends and like people you trust, but when at work, you should keep it professional.
Yeah.
And if you don't know them,
let the emotions out when you're
Yeah.
home, you know?
Have you ever cried at work?
I cry whenever I feel like it, and it happens quite, like, minimum 3 times a day.
Not in front of my boss.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
What made you cry?
I was frustrated.
No,
Why not?
because I never had an unhappy moment at work.
I had a 5th grade teacher, and she used to have this like circle. We would sit at the end of every Friday. We would sit down and like talk, and like we would let our emotions out. And I think I cried once during that. It was powerful. She was a good teacher.
Is yelling more acceptable than tears?
Yes.
It is, but it shouldn't be.
Not really.
Not really. It used to be.
I think because anger is seen as like probably stronger, and tears are weakness, so anger is more like valid sometimes in spaces than tears.
I feel like crying is a better way to process your emotions.
I personally don't believe that yelling is a sign of strength. I think that it's another emotion. I think it's anger. I think it's frustration.
it shows that you don't know how to control your emotions.
Good man.
And you need to be able to control your emotions to show what type of person you are, and you have yourself like together. And talking it out is the best way without raising your voice or getting angry at someone.
I agree. No, I totally what he said, honestly.